We are all part of a larger human family, and each of us wants to leave a mark behind. But have you ever pondered what kind of mark are you leaving behind? And have you really enriched the world? Welcome to a World in a Word podcast, which shares fresh perspectives to revive aspects of the human experience which we generally overlook in our hectic lives. I am Sonie Thakkar, and I am pleased to have Rushabh Turakhia with us to promote his mission of spreading kindness. Rushabh Turakhia, welcome to a World in a Word
Thank you.
podcast.
Thank you so much. It's my honor to be here.
Absolutely. It's actually mutual because I remember having met you. In fact, I didn't. You remember having met me. We met in
8-10 years.
8-10 years ago, and it's such a strange coincidence that I have come across all your stories, but the name slipped my mind. And in a recent online session, when you were talking about promoting Your Turn Now, which is your mission, and I was recommending your own stories to you, which was absolutely fantastic. So really tell me, Rushabh, what got you onto this mission? And first tell us about your acts of kindness.
Okay, so what got me into the mission? The Your Turn Now? It's saying too much unkindness. Your Turn Now is basically a global movement of spreading kindness. It is through this little blue card which says Your Turn Now. So this is the card you give it to someone when you are kind to them, saying it's your turn now, or in Hindi you can say it's ab aapki bari.
Ab aapki bari. Okay.
So it's like I started this in December 2009, and as of now more than 800,000 cards are out in 48 countries. So I have this in English, in Hindi, French, German, Spanish, Mandarin, Arabic, international 10 languages. So depending on the country which calls for the card, I send them in the local language.
So let's say you gave me this card, and what do I do with it?
I will give you this card only when I have been kind to you. So let's say if I'm dropping you back home today, right, as you were going to cab it up and going to pay 150, 200 rupees. Instead, I'll drop you home and then I will give you the card.
So then it's my turn to probably
help someone else. It's not necessary has to be with money.
Yeah.
It can be with time. Like for me, it is like dropping you right now would be taking me 10 minutes extra.
Yeah.
So there's a time which I am giving to you. But according to you, you're saying money. So for you, even that is. So it's like giving the time or money, being kind to someone, bringing that smile on that face.
So it doesn't have to be headline hitting or
no, it has to be anything simple.
Something simple, something.
Yeah, but card you give for something if you're doing something out of the way. I mean, just holding the door. Yes, that you do need to do it every day. But for that, you don't need to give the card.
Absolutely.
Giving a smile to a random stranger.
And you've done a lot of that, haven't you? And what you've done is documented all these incidents.
So since 2009, it has been my mission one is to reach 7.2 billion people with this card. Wow. And second is to make one person smile every single day.
Wow.
So since 2009, I see to that at least one person smiles because of me. It could be anyone. It could be even through my one-liners, my jokes, or doing something special for them and making them.
That's fantastic. And in fact, one of the stories which we were talking about a short while ago was about the old uncle washing cars.
Yes.
And so tell me about this old uncle.
So every week I go on a mission to help old age vendors, people who are 60 plus and still working on the road. And I remember the story, it was raining. It's not raining, it's drizzling. And I was driving through to check if I can find someone who I can give that smile and take my blessings. That's what I do now. And so I saw this old man, old uncle. He was washing cars. Even it was just he was still washing cars. So I stopped by and I asked him, "Will you wash my car?" So he said, "Give me 10 minutes, I'll do that." So while talking to him, I came to know that he charges 20 rupees per car. And he used to have 20 cars before Corona came in. And after that, people were so conscious about Corona and COVID or anyone touching their car, it came down to like he would do only 1 or 2 cars in a day, which reduced his income. And this was his only income. And he was so upset about it that people still, till date, many people don't allow him to touch their car. So when he came and started washing my car, and it was drizzling. We were both chatting. I had my umbrella. I was holding umbrella. Then I asked him how much, and he said, "Sir, आपको जो देना दीजिए." Because we were talking to each other, and I was.
So what he said is, you can give as much as you
So
want.
he said, "जो देना है दे दीजिए आप,
हाँ.
खुशी से नहीं देना है तो भी चलेगा." I mean, this kindness is so contagious,
Yes.
which I have felt. When I have been doing a kind, I have seen even the person with whom I have done, they want to do something at that point of time immediately.
Yes.
Because it is like I've rubbed out.
I think the whole persona, we expand.
Yeah.
We become bigger human
So he
beings.
said, "नहीं देना है तो भी चलेगा," and that's when I gave him a lump sum amount, and I put it in his pocket. He was like, नहीं बाबा हम नहीं ले सकते ये. So I said, नहीं चाचा, आपने बोला ना कि अब तक गाड़ियाँ नहीं मिल रही हैं. Maybe if this could take care of your maybe 1 month expense or 1 month ration.
Yeah.
So that's how I left. I said, जाने के टाइम बस आशीर्वाद दे दो.
And that's a recurring motive I've seen in all your stories when they end. Every episode that you share with us is blessings.
Yeah. So recently I've become selfish.
Okay.
So I said, I'm not going to give you anything if you don't give me blessings.
Oh, that's a good transaction, isn't it?
And so even they feel okay, and then that's how I live with blessings, and I love taking them.
That's a very sharp businessman. That it shows that
runs in my blood, business.
Absolutely. So we're going to really talk a lot more about all the episodes and all the business transactions with blessings that Rushabh does. But as of today, thank you for joining us in a World in a Word podcast with Rushabh Turakhia. Thank you very much.
Thank you. It's your turn now.